well. Let's just say it this way. It's come to my attention that it seems as though someone is trying desperately to be a bit of a copycat. Strange, isn't it? Honestly, my best case scenario is if anything, I'll say this right now. If the person is trying to copycat this, I would have to give them something harder to copycat, wouldn't I? And sure, I could easily say just make it so that all I have to do is just basically, go to areas we already know they're not going to go, show off a bunch of places I would like, landmarks that obviously every town should and shouldn't have at the same time, and just do this. But honestly, what's the fun in that? I could just as easily say to build something massive, memorable, unique, and actually show it on camera. Because why not? We're in spring, might as well do something. Yeah, actually, that is a good point. I should do something during the spring and summer. And to easily say it this way, that I should easily show the fruits of my labor much like how everyone who usually comes here pays through the nose to learn things and concepts. Goes into debt because of those concepts they need to learn and such. And to be certified to get it. And to be certified to make it so that people actually know that they know those concepts. Now, if I'm able to do said concept, to learn said concepts without going into the $1,000 of debt, wouldn't it be interesting to see the copycat try, at least, at the very bare minimum, to try to do what I do? Who knows? To say it easily, the entire idea of college, really, I don't even need to worry too much about too many major things. The idea of a major thesis is in order to get in, thousands of dollars to boot, and the ability to do the homework and whatnot for certain things. Now, say it this way. With certain projects being open source, or some Joe Schmo like me can easily do practically whatever. However, to say it this way, I could easily have many ideas that would be amazing to do, and they would easily just stay ideas. It's when I get my... It's basically the major thing would have to be is that I'd have to get busy making the ideas real. You think it is that most of the major inventors and whatnot had their copycats? They absolutely did. Do you think it is also that, sure, great inventors would have also easily say it this way, however, or you can easily joke around about saying the whole thing of, what was the most impressive part having to do with building the first telephone? Someone had to build the second one. I gotta say though, back in those days, you could easily say that phone numbers back in those days were quite a bit easier to remember. Nowadays, afterwards, you could easily say that we have new models coming out once every few months or so. Now, what's the point in that case? In my case, I would easily be doing Project Ezekiel. Don't ask why I came up with that name. It sounded pretty cool when I thought of it. The main thing is, I am going to definitely need in this case, to build some model rockets to make it so I can fly differently. You know, to have a different mode of flying. Also, that would also make it so I can easily learn how to deal with certain things like aerodynamics and whatnot. Aerodynamics and simple wiring tricks. You know, make it so the receiver, make it so that I can easily wire up the fuses to the engine to make it so I can fly the rocket. Okay, all the way from a safe distance. It's from the receiver to push the button. And the camera module cannot forget that I need to be able to see what I'm doing. Well, not see what I am doing, more like, you know, see what the rocket sees when it's flying. The other part of the Project Ezekiel would easily be, I would eventually get to more complex parts of what I am building. You know, wiring, soldering, more complex things like that. But the main thing is that I need to be able to learn to build, to be able to wire up my builds, and then eventually be able to learn how to program my builds. It'll start off simple. It'll start off small. I already did a bit of looking around online for the stuff I need. So, to say that I will easily be probably lost in the weeds of concepts of certain doodads and whatnot, to the point where I might be dealing with the idea that the FBI would easily want to talk about my builds. Don't worry, I won't go that far. I'm not going to be building any weaponry. Even if that does sound like an awesome idea, which it does. But I'm not building weapons, I am keeping it to the simple model rockets with the cameras so we can easily see the flights. Who knows? maybe the idea of being that I would be so talented at this sort of thing. Talented, clever, smart, what have you. Who's so outside the box. Box that I can easily just as well be building robots out of AA batteries and gum wrappers in the matter of, well, however long it takes to watch this video.